Real motion getter. Stay in motion. Gonna keep that motion. We gonna stay on top. $1 million nigga. $1 billion nigga. This is not no cap talk.
Motion Mondays with Dream Wise. We are here. This is where I go down my Instagram feed and we dive deep into the spiritual gnosis that come up. And the gnosis is just the knowledge of self, or the knowledge of your spiritual self, and the no self, which is this false body that you're claiming to have. What's up, family? What's the deal, man? What's the deal? We are here. I know it's Memorial Day. I know some of y'all are off. I don't mean it's gonna stop the ride. Still gotta wake that ass up. Cause look, you still gotta go to work tomorrow. You feel me? Shit, and then it's weird because I just asked D-Ray, I said, damn, okay, wait, Memorial Day, because I always get them confused for some weird reason. Memorial Day is when the veterans, we honoring the veterans that transition. That's what it is. So I was like, oh, okay, because Labor Day, Memorial Day, nigga, you know what that should be. It'd be a cook-off. Like, we got family coming over, barbecuing and shit, crawfish, spades tournament. we the only one that celebrate a goddamn holiday with just competition and shit. You feel me? But it go down, man. It go down. Yeah, let's get it on. There's a new thing happening with StreamYard. I guess they're putting the chat on the side, which is fly. So then I can see y'all's questions early. So go ahead and leave them questions as they come up in your mind. You feel me? Because it will go down. One thing I did want to talk about before we started was I've been watching this whole week. Well, not the whole week, but I just watched the clips on YouTube. This Streamers University thing. And this thing is real interesting with these kids, right? And I don't want to call them kids because they're young adults and stuff, like 18 to 25. I don't know if some of them is even younger than that, but like they're, in that Kai Cenat age and shit. And the interesting thing is about it was I didn't really even realize that they had a world in itself. That shit was crazy. So I went to some of the videos because I was trying to understand, like, all right, what the fuck? Where's the live at? Because I'm thinking it might be on YouTube. And I heard about Twitch and Kick and all of that other stuff, but I never really went to it. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, these kids is on video all day. What, in my mind, because I'm a scientist, so you got to understand, I study humans, right? And I just study the understanding of what's going on with the energy within humans. So I be trying to figure out, like, what that energy is to stay on. Now, obviously, I know some of them are getting paid from it or whatever, right? With, I guess Twitch pays them. Maybe they got brand deals or something. But I just try to study and figure out what in their heart is moving them to say, like, hey, I just want y'all to see my whole life. These 18 to 20, let's say 27-year-olds are running amok on this bitch. And it's a beautiful thing because I love it. You know what I'm saying? I love the idea of, this is what the divine feminine energy is about. Creativity, right? Or what you say, like authentic energy pouring out from you. And essentially, you know what I'm saying, just showing your personality on screen. Because I was like, okay, they got the Streamers University thing. I said, all right, well, let me understand a little bit more. And nigga, they have a whole world on Twitch. Hold on, let me just show y'all. I said, what? I said, these boys is watching people sleep, nigga. I swear to God, I said, look, this is my thing. Twitch. Okay, here we go. And look who pops up first. Cooking with Kaya. Okay, let's click on hers. Hold on. I don't know how old the goddess is, but you get what I'm saying. Look, they just watching kids sleep or whatever. These people, there's like 1,000 people on this bitch. 5,000 people watching whatever her name is, Cooking with Kaya sleep. You feel me? That shit is fly, nigga. I said we in a whole different time. Let's see what this person is. 9,000 people. We in a whole different time. I didn't know Twitch was this big. I'm late. My bad. You feel me? I just, I don't understand it. Hold on. Let me see if I can unmute it.
Have you done a lot of these?
Done these?
See, sleeping less? You're not even sleeping. Remove that shit.
Nah, I've done this one. That's it.
So I don't know.
I'm on the road to completing these.
Let's see what this dude is doing. Watching kids sleep, boy. Y'all tripping in this bitch, getting paid. So I don't know. I'm gonna study it a little bit more.
Because I'm coming after you.
Uh-oh.
You better start fucking lifting.
All right. Get your ass up out of here. Whatever, right? Hey, I'm just telling y'all what it is. We going into something real strange. If these kids is like on video 24/7 and shit, or whatever it is, however long they on there, right? And because we got to understand them, because they are the Christ consciousness ones, right? Even if they're not spiritual or whatever, that doesn't matter. I'm talking about the energy itself. Like, they're moving into a new world, a new space of like expression. You feel me? You got to remember, all of this spiritual talk is just about energy. It's about an idea of non-conformity, and it's about just being yourself. The end. So when we're talking about spirituality, we're talking about you expressing your truth and being the God of you. And these kids is using this device, we call this technology or this social media age, and they found a way, I guess, to monetize it, right? Monetize themselves being gods. So you have to study it, because again, my generation, I would never do no shit like that. Well, y'all don't want to see me sleep, my mouth open. I'm sleeping all kind of ways and shit. Crazy. Chaos in the blood and shit. What? Big ass nigga too, sleep, snoring and shit. Farting and shit, nigga. What? So and then just every walk of life, like, why would y'all want to see me walking or whatever? I don't get it. But that's why we got to study them, because they are the ones, the aliens, that have some kind of intelligence to them, right? Because it is an intelligence to pull this shit off like that. That says, hey, this is who I am. And here I am, world. Now, the other interesting thing to study is that the people watching them, like, why would somebody watch? You get what I'm saying? Why would somebody watch somebody else sleep? Like, that shit kind of wild to me, right? So as we keep on growing into this thing and understanding this new level of chaos that's coming into the fold, we just want to be able to pay attention to the youth, because they the ones, even the kids, when they come up, all these 9-year-olds and shit that comes up to 18 and shit. Pay attention to them. As you get older, you want to pay attention to the youth. Because essentially, shit, them boys, them boys being themselves, and they don't give a fuck. And that's the kind of energy that you want to have. You feel me? And you want to be able to, keep on understanding that to the core, right? Like when I seen that Drewski skit yesterday, I was like, this nigga is really a magician. Like, nigga, that's some talent. That's some talented ass shit. That nigga acting like a white boy and shit. What? A white boy from the hood and shit? That's some talented ass shit. I know some white boys in the hood. Oh, used to throw up the West and shit on, you know what I'm saying? Throw it up the West. Them niggas used to look real wild, right? And he hit that shit spot on. Like he just, embodied that white boy that's in the hood, even especially when he was looking back at the cops and shit. I was like, oh, this nigga is this is a strange ass nigga. I don't know how old Drewski is. He probably in his 30s too. These kids is chaos, baby, and they running it up. So it's a beautiful time to just understand what the world is going into, because this is just the beginning, right? Shit, think about 10 years from now, this thing gonna take off, especially when they come out with them glasses where you could just walk around and whatever, right? So what is that energy? I don't have no idea, but I will kind of keep on figuring it out within myself, because there was never nothing inside of me to watch anybody do a motherfucking thing, you feel me? And I know that's probably not y'all either, so it's an interesting thing to see. All right, let's get it on. Motion Mondays. Let me show y'all my Instagram feed. Let's get to it. Instagram. That's where I go to my Instagram feed and we dive into the spiritual notion of things, spiritual messages of things, and really dive deep into the fold. Oh, you crazy. That's me saying some bullshit.
Everything that happens doesn't actually happen outside of you. There is no outside. Outside is an illusion. Physical reality is not really real. The experience of it is, but there is no actual physical reality outside of you. It's all going on within your own consciousness. Therefore, it is simply more precise to say that instead of actually being on a path, which implies that the path is outside of you, you are the path. So it is, in that sense, part of your own consciousness that you are experiencing. But you have created it in a kind of segregational experience in order to have a symbolic interpretation of it, a symbolic experience of it, a symbolic.
Okay, that's good, because I don't want to miss a shout out to Bashar. Now listen, you are creating a reality that you are seeing symbolically through the outside world, through the inner world, your energy that you're transmuting within. So your thoughts are basically energy cords, and the way you see yourself, the way you carry out your thoughts in your mind is what's going to reflect back to you. So then when you have these particular thoughts and ideas, then you start to live in that kind of vibrational pitch that gives you the trash energy to you. You feel me? My homegirls, I'm not gonna name their names, but they were strippers and shit, right? And beautiful girls too. It was crazy as shit. Beautiful girls, but they seen themselves. They had like really bad thoughts based off of their upbringing. They probably got raped in the hood and shit. You know what I'm saying? You know how that go. And they see themselves less than. So literally, you know what I'm saying? They didn't feel worthy of like high value stuff. This is back in the day too. So now, with the OnlyFans is still the same transactional thing. So they never seen themselves higher than a particular, their self-esteem was shot, even though they were beautiful girls and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like even through middle school, some of them got like that middle school queen or whatever, that shit. And I'm like, damn, what the fuck happened? And, you know, the drugs, and you know, drugs make a big deal in the hood. You feel me? With the bars that they put in the hood, the weed, you starting to drink, you know what I'm saying? All of that stuff starts to happen real quickly, right? And then if you go to extreme, you can damn near get caught to that crack, which none of us did, but you know, I did have some friends that got into that crack and their whole life was shot. So, you know, you have to be able to, I don't want to say forget the past, but heal from the past, right? And understand that the past doesn't exist. And the past shouldn't have such a stranglehold on your energy that you don't be able to elevate to a new reality that serves you. You want to be damn near not have amnesia to the past. You want to heal from the past, but then also let it go and surrender to the new thought forms and new ideas of yourself that you're trying to move into. Because essentially, that's all you have. You only have right now. And this right now is a powerful time for you to actually live out this adventure. And the only thing you're supposed to be doing in this adventure is living through your passions. And that passion should be filled with fun, laughter, and a little bit of sacrifice, right? Because you did come down here to learn that as well. Sacrificing is human. And in that sacrifice, essentially what will happen is you become your true self or your real self or your higher self. So you're taking away more and more of the human to move into this new strange thing called God, which you're trying to understand. So it's important to, you know, move in a space of understanding that you came down here to have that past experience, but don't let it be your debilitating reality for the rest of your life. You know, you seen them people, they be stuck, they be 45, they be stuck in an 18-year-old body because they got beat up at 18 or whatever, they got jumped, and they stuck in that kind of transformative thought. Crazy shit, you feel me? I got a homeboy, that happened to him. He thought he was gonna have a baby with a girl. We was maybe 22 or something. We thought he was gonna have a baby. Find out the baby wasn't his. Nigga stuck in that 22-year-old body because the trauma was so heavy on his heart that he just literally so now what he doing at 22, he doing at 40. Still going to the clubs, still smoking weed, drinking and shit, acting like he's still just in the college type of scene and shit. Just because he never healed from that hurt and pain. So now he hasn't been able to come into his maturation process of God because he's stuck in that 22-year-old form. So it's important, family, it's important to really get into the space of understanding that your past is not you, and things happen, bad things happen, right? Or uncomfortable situations might happen, but at the end of the day, they're not you. It's a situationship that you went through, but it shouldn't define you. All right, let's keep it rolling, baby. Let's keep it rolling.
Bashar did this once. It was a fascinating exercise called the threshold of believability. And the way it works is this. If there is something you're really passionate about and you would like to manifest, whatever that is, he's saying, okay, look, there's a timeline in your life where you kind of know beyond a certain point, there wouldn't be any problem in manifesting that. So let's say, okay, whatever that is 20 years enough to manifest that? oh yeah, gosh, I easily manifest that within 20 years. Is 15 years enough time? Yeah, I can manifest that in 15 years. That's more than enough time. Can you manifest it in 10 years? Maybe. The minute you hesitate, that's how long it will take with your present belief system. So you ask, what would I have to believe is true that it would take 10 years? If you can figure out what that belief is, and you can find out that that's not a belief you need to hold on to and let it go, then take the test again. Is 20 years enough time? Yeah, no problem. 15 years? Absolutely. 10 years? Yes, with my new belief, absolutely. I know I could do this easily within 10 years. 5 years? Ooh, maybe. Again, the second you hesitate, that's how long it will take with your present belief. Bashar did this once. It was
I love that. Shout out to Bashar again. God damn. I hope y'all got that one. Ha. What? And I'm glad they shown Bashar on my, for some reason, my Instagram on my phone and my Instagram on this computer is different, but it's, hey, whatever spirit is coming with, that's what it is. Yeah, that's fly, because essentially, you know, sometimes our belief system is holding us back from our true calling, because we thinking it's going to take that much longer to get to it. And now, honestly, you see, you got to feel it happening to you right now and just walk in that and claim it. And like I was showing y'all with them Twitch kids or whatever. Twitch kids, that's funny. What the hell with these kids now? Essentially, they going for theirs immediately. 15. Up, let me get online. Fuck it. What's up? I'm here, world. And they're expressing themselves and showing their personality, because again, they probably don't know what they're going to get into in the world or who they're going to become. But essentially, they can just let their talent speak for itself right now, in the aspect of speaking or in the aspect of making things on Twitch or whatever they do on Twitch. I think most of them play video games or something like that. I believe most of them walk around or do what, I don't know what these kids do, honestly, but they're doing something to, you know, magnetize people towards them. So something's working, right? And again, it's a beautiful display of these kids being fearless and going for theirs, right? So then you just got to ask yourself the same question. What's my passion? What's my goal? And why can't I carry out that mission right now? What's stopping me from carrying out that mission right now? And then revert back into like what Bashar was saying, start taking out or killing off aspects of you that doesn't serve that new mission. Because again, remember, you came down here to live, then die. You didn't come down here just to die. You came down here to live, then die. And living is just an experience. And living and live backwards is evil, right? And it's evil to people that don't have a mind. It's evil for you to do your own thing. The humans want to stay conformed. The gods are breaking out of that shell and they're doing their own thing. D-Ray and I, we've been watching that Harlem, Godfather of Harlem, right? And essentially, Bumpy John, we're on season 1, so you know, the mind does. We watched it back in the day a few of the episodes, but then we just stopped for some reason. So we're all the way back to season 1. And essentially, Bumpy Johnson, he's living, he's experiencing and going through his process, right? And that's the thing, with even though it's drug dealing, right? Take it off of that, because he is killing off the community or hurting the community. But just in the entrepreneurial spirit of the energy, he's living. So that's the same thing. You got to be able to transform your energy in whatever way, walks of life that you want to transform it into, and live now for you, instead of like conforming to a reality that doesn't serve you. And now you wake up at 75, 80 on your deathbed regretting, and then you got to come back and try again because it was a video game. I am just telling y'all what it is, baby. You got to take off in this thing. again because it's time. It's time for the guys to shine. All right, let's keep it rolling.
Learn to become still and to take your attention away from what you don't want and all the emotional charge around it and place the attention on what you wish to experience. Energy flows where attention goes. You can begin right now to feel healthy. You can begin to feel prosperous. You can begin to feel the love that's surrounding you, even if it's not there. And what will happen is the universe will correspond to the nature of your song. The universe will correspond to the nature of that inner feeling and manifest because that's the way you feel. Learn to become still and to...
Shout out to Michael Beckwith. Michael Beckwith, he got the biggest metaphysical church in, I guess, America or even the world, maybe. Hell, but it's out in LA. And it's a beautiful thing. Yeah, I mean, stillness is important. That silence of the mind is going to give you the space to understand that the distractory energy of the day is keeping you in a shell shock of yourself. So when you quiet your mind, you can actually feel out and see what you want to do or want to accomplish down here in this world. I just seen a video, nigga. Hold on, let me show y'all this video. I just seen it too. I was like, oh, that's... I said, oh, this is it right here. That's some crazy ass shit. Hold on, let me see. How would I find it? Let's see. I just seen this video. I was like, what is that? How is this happening? How is she even doing? Wait, why can't I see my history? Hold on, maybe I'm just gonna have to put it in. Building off grid, maybe. Anyway, I seen this video. Oh, here it go. Okay, here it go. Hold on. I said, what in the world? Okay, hold on. Let me share my screen. This woman builds off the grid. She building a damn, what it say, villa in the mountains. I said, damn, she must be focused. Got the rocks and shit. She on that shit, nigga. I said, you gotta have some kind of real drive and seeing it in your mind to build it. Nigga, I can't even put a goddamn, I'm trying to put a 12 by 12 foot concrete slab in my backyard. My lazy ass can't even do that, nigga. This girl building a whole villa. I'm trying to just put 12 feet by 12 feet in my backyard. And I read how to do it. You got to dig up some dirt, 4 inches, right? Lay down the groundwork, get the concrete bags, and just start spreading that shit out, put it out. Nigga, I'm like, all right, I'm going to do it. I bet. I'm going to do it, right? Nigga, my ass, I was talking about doing that shit 3 years ago. Nigga, and I be chilling. So that shit, my ass just really, talking shit. That shit. Hey, I don't know. Hey, this chick right here putting in that work on your ass quick. She building a whole damn villa. I gotta see the end of this bitch. Oh yeah, you gotta get some help. Of course, but still, they going for theirs crazy. Oh, she tripping in this hoe. What? Y'all sleep. Nigga. I barely get on my ladder to cut my trees down, to trim my trees. Ha! This is it. What? Hey, I'll show y'all some. I barely get up there to trim my trees. She in it, nigga. Hey, that's what I'm talking about. She gone. Oh, this is good. Damn. Oh yeah, she bad. I want to go to the end just to see. Oh, she bad, nigga. Oh my God. What? Let's see the end. Hold on. We gotta see the end. How the hell she do concrete walk? Okay. See, I wouldn't have known. Oh yeah, she gone. She took off. Oh, she took off. Y'all got her fucked up. Oh, she building multiple. Damn, I'm tripping. I thought she was just. Oh, she got pigs. Okay. I don't know about the swine. Okay. All right. Running water. Sitting on y'all boys. Hold on. Let's look at the house itself. It looked like. Man, I'm telling you, dog, them Asians be bad people, boy. Ha! Hey, them Asians don't play. God damn. She went up. What? You gotta see, your energy gotta be a little different to do some shit like that. Your mind has to go somewhere else to pull that shit off. See, and that's what we talking about, that self-reliance too. That self-reliance. Go read the 50th Law again, Robert Greene and 50 Cent. Self-reliant energy, right? That shit right there is impressive, right? And once the year's gonna pass anyway. So you might as well put some kind of work in, whether that's you building your body, building a villa like she just did, building something on YouTube, building a video game or whatever, writing a book. The year gonna still pass, and you just here waking up every day. So you might as well figure out how to put down some work that will serve you, and you get to some kind of goal or some kind of accomplishment that you can look at and be like, oh shit, okay, I did that. Feel accomplished with it, shit. Bitch, she built a whole villa on your ass. If she put a beach on that bitch, I would have lost it. Chaos in the blood, baby. All right, let's keep it going. Let's keep it rolling. I still got this Twitch up. Hold on, let's go back to this Twitch. Hold on. Let's go back to this Twitch. Hold on. What is this white chick doing? Ha! These kids off the chain, boy. Oh, okay. I thought that's okay. Wait. All right. Hold on. Telling you, boy, they be watching kids sleep and shit. That is off the chain. 3,000 people in this thing watching somebody sleep. They might be asleep too. Oh, Funny Marco's on Twitch too. Let's see what's this nigga.
93. Roll call. What's the deal? Roll call. All right, states. We in this bitch. What state in here? Somebody said I'm lying. Oh, you'll see it. You'll see me with Steve Harvey. You gonna see it. You'll get to see it.
See, this stuff got to be kind of studied too. You know what I'm saying? Because essentially, like, this is a time where niggas gonna study that shit and be like, damn, these kids just showing their lives. I mean, maybe it might get deeper and deeper and keep going. That's dope. Not for me.
If you're not in love with yourself when you're by yourself, you're going to be hell with other people. because you're going to try to make that other person make you happy. So you have to learn how to be alone, not lonely, but you have to learn how to be alone and actually love this person and actually self-reflect even on the areas that you don't like, to actually look at them square in the face, embrace it, and be willing for that energy to change. So you have to like yourself with you by yourself. It's inner work.
Michael Beckworth again. He cut the hair off. Yeah, nah, you gotta love yourself. Loving yourself is the key to all of this thing too. It's the first starts with you. A lot of people give out their energy so haphazardly, and energy that they don't even have. They ain't even built the foundation. That just was on the Patreon post that I posted today. This rising. What did it say? Hold on. It said unless you fill yourself up first, you have nothing to give anybody. Unless you feel, this is from The Secret, unless you fill yourself up first, you have nothing to give anybody. Therefore, it is imperative that you tend to you first. Message. Therefore, it is imperative that you tend to you first. Hey, you, your own universe. Attend to your joy first. People are responsible for their own joy. So you're trying to make somebody else happy and you ain't even happy with yourself. Ha! We watched this show on Netflix Forever with the high schoolers and shit. Oh, I was cringing and shit at it because whatever, right? It's their time. This is what the time is. Cool, but we watched it. It was cool, whatever, right? 8 episodes. And at the end, essentially, he had to figure out within himself, what did he want? Because he was doing something for his mama, going to the college for his mama. He was going to go to the other college for his girl or whatever. Really simpy energy, real simp-like behavior, cornball energy. And essentially, what I was happy about was that he came into his own and said, you know what, this is what I want. And that's a good thing, right? Because that's what, we know that we don't know what we want at particular times in our life, but there's something that moves you that might not seem like a logical play to make at the time, but it's something that you're passionate about, and that thing can be a stepping stone to something else, to something else, to something else. See, you don't want to be a doctor or no lawyer or whatever because your mama wanted you to be that. Now you're doing something you hate to do 18 hours a day because your mama wanted to make your mama happy. And now she's happy, but inside you feel terrible. You go into the hospital every day seeing hurt people. You don't even like to see that stuff, and you just feeling trash every day because you just tried to make your mama happy or your dad. You got to understand they don't have nothing to do with you, and you just came through their particular vessel because you had to learn something through these two individuals, your father and your mother, even if they wasn't in your life. Because you still learn through the absence of their presence. So you had to learn how to be without a father, or you had to learn how to be with, a drug abusing mama, to transform you into something new that you wasn't privy of before this lifetime. See, when you reincarnate, there was something else that you had to study about yourself that you missed out on. And when you keep on reincarnating over and over and over again, essentially what happens is you're going to be able to pick up on new information that basically helps the whole, or the one we call the all, which is still you. So now it's important to understand that them low vibrational situations shouldn't define you. You should step back and have a case study on them, like you're damn near in school of self, and understand the situation at hand, but don't let it make your whole personality and be your whole identity for the rest of your life. Because there's something bigger inside of you that you need to identify with, the God in you inside of you, that's going to move you into different spaces and places of this illusionary reality that's going to help you go in through your soul travels and start seeing other things, right? The Patreon family and I, we was discussing that what's the name? Unc 607 and that B-Dale video that happened, and how Unc kind of went into a spasm with B-Dale based off of him saying that, you know, that information thing or that knowledge, that book smarts is kind of, you know, an outdated thing, right? And to an extent, he was right. You know what I'm saying? If you're teaching people, you do want to be able to explain this to, if you can explain it, you need to be able to explain it to a fourth grader. So you need to be able to say, see, you need to be able to talk to a fourth grader and explain this shit on YouTube. Now, on the other hand, you do need the books, because the books give you understandings of things that can transform your world as well. So what we were saying was B-Dale was basically the order. Unc 607 was the chaos. So they need both of each other, right, to create the whole. So they were like a perfect tandem. You feel me? Now, most of us would lean into more of the divine feminine, which is the Unc 607 thing, right? But at the same time, I lean in with both of them because I understand how important both of them are. Because you can build up confidence when you read this stuff and say, damn, I had that experience, and that's what that astral experience is. Damn, somebody else had that same experience. Now, don't get me wrong. A lot of this information is pulled from the astral realms, and it's just for you. I had a dream last night that was off the chain. That was just information for me. So that's an important part of this thing. Very, very important part of this thing. Really the main thing, right? Channeling and understanding your symbols and your signs and your feelings clear as day. Because if you don't have that complete understanding of how your language or communication system works, then it's like you're watching French or a language you don't even speak. You just don't understand. So you have to understand the language of self, because that language of self is giving you plays down here, and these plays is going to help you grow and grow and grow. All right, let's keep it rolling. What y'all talking about, man? I see you, Titus. You was on that Streamers University, huh, Titus? No, you was one of them watching them boys 24/7 stream you. I love it, dog. I'm like, damn, I love these kids, man. It's a beautiful time to just see the growth of this thing. You feel me? And them boys getting to that bag too. Best believe they get into that bag. All right, here we go.
Authenticity is the strongest power of attraction on the earth.
There it
Be
goes.
yourself. Yeah, whether you think your style is fresh or not, the more authentic you are and the harder you go being yourself, the more things it will attract. Because authenticity is the strongest power of attraction on the earth. That's why y'all because I'm authentic. I'm real. Okay. You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I see what you're saying. What is a common misconception about you?
I don't know. It's none of my business. Authenticity is the
one, the only E Badu. I heard she coming out with a new album too. Yeah, hey, we just said it. I told you these Twitch kids. I'm gonna do the channel on that shit, that Twitch kid thing. These Twitch young adults. See, some of these kids waking up and getting on the stream, which is weird to me and to us, I'm pretty sure, but they waking up, eyes still crummy or whatever, and they like, man, I had a long night. My breath still stink, but I'm here with y'all. What y'all talking about, chat? That I don't get it. I don't have no idea what that is. But I guess they being super authentic and people just want to see people go to the store or whatever. Now, you know, there's another aspect of it that could be on the viewer side, it could be a loneliness or like a living vicariously through these Twitch people. So that's something we do have to study too with these kids, because if they're just sitting here watching somebody else's life, then that means they're not living their own life. So now they're watching them brush their teeth, put on clothes. Hey, I'll just tell you what it is. I ain't never seen no shit like this either. This whole week, I've been like, okay, I've been stuck. I've been like, damn, all right. I know I'm about to turn 40, so I know I'm out of the loop, right? I just got to admit that to myself. But I was like, damn, I didn't know they had a whole world of this shit where these kids is like actually doing it. And I'm glad Kai did that stream review, because I learned so much just understanding these young kids and like their mentality of recording themselves all day. I'm like, I would never do that. But here we are. They you know what I'm saying? That shit live, nigga. Cause I'm just, you know, because I'll be trying to, all right, so what, like I asked my son, I'm like, he go on YouTube, he watch other people playing the video games. I sit there and I say, okay, KJ, what is making you want to watch this? What is that? I had no response. I'm really trying to pull it out of them, trying to help them understand. Oh, okay. So you want to figure out how to beat the game, huh? You don't even got, I said, KJ, you don't got this game though. So then it's like, wait, us older guys, we're going to have to say, okay, well, there's something to this. It might not be spiritual, trust and believe, but you can spill spiritual light out of it, but there's something to it where they might be robotic. And I don't know. It's going to come to me though. Trust and believe is going to come to me, because I still, when you see that shit, you be like, all right, these kids are sitting here watching somebody else's life. Hey, that should be crazy to me though. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm just a scientist like that. You feel me? See, I decode movies and I decode life, so that's just probably me. Why are y'all doing this? You feel me? So, you know, to each his own. You know what it is though? It's the same thing. What's that shit? When the people used to be on the Clubhouse and shit, or what's the one on Twitter? Twitter Spaces, the Spaces. That's the adult version of this shit. Niggas coming together, congregating and shit, speaking and just talking all day. Now that's the adult version, the Spaces, the Clubhouse. So and honestly, you know, I don't get that either, I guess. You know what I'm saying? I don't really understand it. Pick up some information here or there, but what the fuck I want to hear you all day for, nigga? You know what I'm saying? God damn. So back in the day, you know what it might be too? And this is interesting too, because for me, you know what it might be? How I used to watch Bobby. It might be something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it don't even feel like the whole day. It's just you watching the whole 8-hour tape. Or Panic or something, like you just watching the whole 8 hours. Fuck it. You feel me? It might be something like that. I could be wrong, but it can't be something like that because I was gaining a whole bunch of light. Even though Bobby was just telling stories and you just laughing and shit. But he's giving up some gems and shit. You know what I'm saying? I used to hate going through them Bobby tapes, sitting there watching them Bobby tapes. You're like, damn, I just really want the light, nigga. Come on with it. You know it's coming too. You can feel it. You like, damn, all right, when he coming for the light. And once you don't at least expect it, boom, he drop a bomb on your ass. He like, oh damn, that's where was this time stamp at? Okay, bet. Hey, I'll just tell y'all what it is, man. That nigga Panic used to do that shit too. He used to be like, you don't want to hear this same damn story, nigga. Come on with that gem. You feel me? The story, just saying none, talking about absolutely none. And then that hour 4, gem dropped. Like, oh, okay, bet, there you go. Chaos in the blood, baby. Hey, I'm just telling you what it is. That's what it was. So, you know, maybe it might be that with these kids. Who knows? What y'all talking about? I did that at first, but every time something busy my head, I got more energy for them 6 and 8 hour lectures. Yeah, them 8-hour lectures, and they used to think that was a flex. I used to be like, nigga, get to the point. Straight up and down. Look, I ain't even been on this bitch I've been on here for 50 minutes, 51 minutes. It feel like I've been on here for 2 hours. Quick. I gave y'all so much information so quick already. Shit, what's up? You feel me? You don't need another 8 hours of this. Not every day. God damn. Niggas be on this bitch. I told that shit ain't no flex either, nigga. 12 hours online. Think you didn't drop nothing but 30 minutes of information, nigga. You ain't said a motherfucking thing in them 8 hours. Let me stop playing with y'all, man. Y'all funny, dog. Shout out to the family, man. All right, let's keep it rolling. Shout out to E. Badu. Let me get back to the point. Authenticism, authentic energy, being authentic, being you. You feel me? That code switching has to be eradicated. I used to have this broke partner, right? I used to hate when this nigga came around and shit. Nigga was broke, right? See, he was this type of broke. This nigga we would go to the strip club with this nigga, and you know how you throwing ones and shit, and everybody throwing ones, and you know they walking around. He was bend down and pick up some ones. I used to hate that shit. Like, nigga, what the fuck are you doing? Big face him. Anyway, we stopped letting him go to the strip club with us. But anyway, he would fake the funk. Like he was balling and shit, had money, and then he wouldn't pitch in on nothing. It would just be the craziest shit. You feel me? Being real inauthentic about his energy. You feel me? Like he was just on and shit. It was craziest. I said, this nigga is a goop. Like, and you know how you had them childhood proximity friends that don't really get to it, and you just got them hanging around and shit. I used to hate that. This nigga used to pick up the ones in the strip club. I see. We almost fought that nigga one time, but we just stopped fucking with him and going when we go to the strip club. Because you know how he fool you and say, yeah, I got some money. And this is when we was throwing like Nigga, we was getting $200 a once. So we didn't have that much either. It's not like we going to get 1,000. We $200, $150 a once. That's when, 18, 19, that type of shit. Bending down, picking up the one. I would have slapped your ass away from me, man. You fucking up my whole vibe. God damn. All right, let's keep it rolling. Let's keep it rolling.
This is how you kill fear. Not with avoidance, but with exposure. You lean into what terrifies you. You practice the uncomfortable. You make it familiar. And the more familiar it becomes, the less power it holds over you. Speak even when your voice trembles. Show up even when your hands shake. Launch the idea even if it's imperfect. Ask the question even if you fear the answer. That's the work. That's the training ground. Because repetition rewires reality. The first time is terrifying. The second time is uncomfortable. The 10th time is routine. And the 100th time, it's freedom. The people you admire, the speakers, the leaders, the creators, the fighters, they didn't start brave. They started scared. The only difference is they refused to stay that way. They built tolerance to discomfort. They didn't run from the storm. They stepped into it again and again until the thunder couldn't shake them anymore. The truth is the fear never fully leaves. But you stop flinching when it speaks. You stop shrinking when it rises. Because you faced it enough times to know it's just a sound. It's just a signal. And it doesn't have the final word. You do. The only way out is through. Through the trembling, through the failure, through the doubt. You walk straight into the storm, not because you're unafraid, but because you know the other side of fear holds the life you haven't lived yet. And that's a price worth paying. If you want to kill fear, you must go to its source, your mind. Because fear doesn't start in the world. It starts in your thoughts, in the silent, invisible stories you repeat to yourself. Stories of inadequacy, of danger, of what might go wrong. Stories that play on a loop, shaping your reality without you even realizing it. And here's the truth. If you don't train your thoughts, they will train you.
Shout out to Napoleon Hill, man. Yeah, repetition is the key to success. Repetition is the key to anything. So if you have a passion for something, you're just going to have to get over yourself and do it. Because that first step is going to be trash, right? You're going to be trash at it. But if you keep on going, eventually it's going to become easier and easier. I got my son right now. He's dribbling the ball, and all I got him doing is doing basic things. You feel me? Dribbling with his right, dribbling with his left. Honestly, just out 30 minutes of him dribbling with his left, right? This is when we go outside at 6. Then I have him doing crossovers and stuff. And nigga, I'm talking about from the month we've been doing it, he's like night and day. Still not as good as what I want him to get to. But eventually, sky's the limit. You feel me? So that's what it is. It's repetition. Everything is repetition. And it don't even take that much time either. You know what I'm saying? If you get on, let's say you get on YouTube for an hour a day. Essentially, you're going to break the spell of whatever that energy was, that fear energy of being on YouTube or speaking or whatever. You'll break that shit over in a month, maybe in a week. You feel me? You'll be like, oh shit, I'm comfortable. Okay, bet, let's get it. You feel me? Then you just start getting on here saying whatever. You hear me the whole past hour, I was saying some whatever. On this bitch, just going, flowing and shit. Just talking. And then it just starts to become natural, second nature. You know, it's not even really a thing. That's what them streaming kids might be on. They might have just started one day and then they all of a sudden they wake up and they see the camera on them. Oh, hey, y'all, what y'all doing? Oh, y'all in here? Okay, cool. You wake up 3,000 people on your thing, on your Twitch or whatever. Okay, what y'all want to talk about? You know, we waiting for you. What's up? We just want to see what you got going on for today. All right, well, I'm about to. They take the camera with them everywhere they go. Oh God, I would hate that if these kids is watching people brush their teeth. That's just insane. You feel me? One thing I do think is good for these kids is to know that they put on their pants the same way you do. Because you know how people can celebritize a person to where they think they like invincible or whatever. Like they don't sleep. You feel me? So I guess that might be something that it does do for kids to say, oh wait, he dirty like me. This nigga sleep worse than me. He snored too. Oh, she gotta get her hair right too and shit. You feel me? Oh, she sleep for 8 hours, 10 hours. Ow, you know what I'm saying? So it might just humanize these celebrities and get them out of that idea of glorification, glorifying them and shit. Maybe that might happen for them. All right, let's keep it rolling. Let's do this last one, y'all. Last one. Shout out to the family, man. Shout out to the family. Y'all light this thing up, baby. Light this thing up.
Negative belief you have needs to perpetuate itself. And the way that beliefs perpetuate themselves is by telling you stories and telling you things that make sure you will not let them go. You are creating, with your fear-based belief, the idea that you will not continue to be viable or vital. And I ask you if you understand, and you say, it will take time to understand. The phrase, it will take time, is coming from the negative belief so that you will not immediately let it go. It's making you believe that it takes time for you to understand what we're saying. So that's a resistance to change.
Yes.
Do you see what we're saying?
Yes.
It's a resistance to change. You have to hear what comes out of your mouth, listen to what goes through your mind, and go, wait a minute. It's not an absolute fact that it will take time for me to understand this, or that it will take much time at all. If it takes any time, it will take the right amount of time, the perfect amount of time for the process I need to go through to have a deeper appreciation of what is being said and what I need to understand about how things work in my life. But you don't have to succumb to the idea that, oh, this is just going to take a lot of time. That's the negative belief telling you a story. Tell them it will take a lot of time. That way you don't have to do anything about it right now. Negative belief you have needs to perpetuate.
What you resist persists. What you resist persists. So whatever you're trying to suppress, run away from, take out is essentially just doing the reverse. You're giving it energy. So then it can keep on coming up in your life, and it shows in the third dimensional world. So in order to overcome that, you're going to have to face that resistance and embrace that part of you that thinks it's going to be hard or difficult or a challenge, if you will, and really move into the space of courage, Heru, right? And start the adventurous climb from there. Because again, remember, you're going to die anyway. So you might as well turn up in this bitch. And turn up in this bitch is just turning up on yourself. And that's just turning up your energy. So as you turn up your energy to do things that scare you, or that you've been, putting off based off of, just fear itself, then essentially what happens is you start to transform within, because then you realize it wasn't scary at all. What they said you believing is hard, but once you do it enough times, it just becomes easy. It's just hard because you don't know it yet. So you just got to go through whatever you deem to be hard and go through it, and then just understand, oh, well, that was easy, and embrace that. Yes, sir, family. Yes, sir. 11. Appreciate y'all. What's up, Wise Fox? What's up, y'all? Getting through your reps. Yep. 9 mind. That's it. Yep. 500,000 pieces given for these kids. What does that mean, Titus? Day 2 of my new gratitude journalism practice, and got you number 2. Ashe. Thank you, Rodness. That's good. Feel my honest gratitude for you being and for your work. I'm thankful for it. Yes, Ashe. Rodney, yes, that's fly. Yeah, and that gratitude journal and that just gratitude showers, gratitude is essentially for your vibration to change into a new, because again, it puts you in the now state, and then it gives you more high vibrational thoughts that lead you into more high vibrational adventures. So when you're feeling good, you start to do courageous things or more assertive things because your energy is transformed in your body. So, y'all know in spirit, inspiration, right? So if you feel good, if you're grateful for where you're at, and I'm just so thankful, man, that you know me, right? And you're in that feeling good vibration, then essentially you're in spirit. And in spirit is inspiration. And then that inspiration leads you to make that phone call that you wasn't going to make. To make that conscious, assertive move that you probably wouldn't have took to sign up for this class or whatever, or to sign up for a cooking class, or you know what I mean? So spirit is breath, right? And breathing puts you in a more conscious state. So again, if you can find time to breathe and focus on your breath, you become more conscious of your thoughts. So now, breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth is you becoming aware and conscious in your body. And they call breath spirit. So now all of a sudden, if you are able to consciously breathe, that's when you can check yourself out of that beta mode. And then if you get into the deeper levels of conscious breathing, you can go to the gamma mode and start receiving all kind of information and channels on a whole nother cosmic level. You feel me? So we want to be aware of our breath and try to stay information, right? Inform with our body, with breathing, because then you become conscious, and then you can say, wait, why the fuck am I thinking that? Switch, reverse. I know some of y'all playing Uno today, nigga. I can see y'all playing. Draw 4, bitch. Nah, we ain't playing no spades and dominoes today, you feel me? Have me a nice drink in this bitch, you feel me though? Some of that Epsilon. D-Ray gonna mix it with the watermelon juice and the Epsilon. We gonna be in this bitch rocking, Memorial Day style, real fly and shit. Chaos in the blood. Love and appreciate y'all, man. Love and appreciate y'all. Peace to the gods.